afternoon. This is a simulated investigation interview conducted by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission regarding the 1MDB scandal, one of the largest financial frauds in Malaysian history. 1MDB was a government-owned strategic development company established in 2009, aimed to promote economic development through global partnerships and investment. However, between 2009 and 2015, billions of dollars were allegedly misappropriated through complex transactions, shell companies and fake joint ventures. One of the most critical transactions involved in $700 million to Goodstar Limited, a company that later found to be unrelated to 1MDB's actual joint venture partner. Today, our investigators will interview several individuals, including an auditor, a whistleblower, and a company officer, to uncover how the funds were misused.
This is MACC's interview session regarding the fund transfer from 1MDB to several offshore entities. I'm the lead investigator Abirami, and this is my assistant investigator Ashwin. We'll begin by speaking with the whistleblower, followed by the auditor and the company officer.
Okay, so our objective is to understand the internal control weakness and identify red flags in the flow of funds.
Miss Susan, you were the finance executive at 1MDB during the year 2013 to 2014. Can you tell us what triggered your concern about the fund transfers?
Yes, I noticed several large transfers around USD 700 million to an offshore company called Goodstar Limited, supposedly as part of a joint venture with PetroSaudi International. But the documents didn't match. There were no genuine board approvals or investment paper attached.
Did you raise the issue with your superiors or auditors?
I did, but my manager told me to stay out of it. Later, I was excluded from meetings and learned that some matters were above my level. That's when I decided to anonymously report the issue.
Alright, thank you, Miss Susan. Your information was crucial in revealing that Goodstar Limited was actually controlled by a different person, not PetroSaudi. This confirms the fund misappropriation. Ms. Dirga, as one of the external auditors of 1MDB, what were your observations during the audit process?
We found significant issues with documentation and transparency. Some investment funds were recorded as assets under management, but we weren't given full access to supporting bank records. And also, management often delayed our requests and insisted everything was confidential.
Okay, so were there any audit red flags you noticed?
Yes, inconsistencies in cash flow statements, unverified third-party confirmation and transactions routed through multiple offshore accounts. But because the company was linked to the Ministry of Finance, there was enormous pressure to issue an unqualified opinion.
So audit independence was compromised due to management influence?
Exactly, that was one of the biggest ethical dilemmas we faced.
Ms. Lim, you were the Deputy Finance Director at 1MDB. Records show that you approved a USD 681 million transfer to a personal account connected to Tenor Finance Corporation. Can you please explain this?
That transfer was a political donation from a Middle Eastern investor, so not company funds. Everything was authorized at the highest level.
So do you have any documentary evidence to support that claim, such as board minutes or donor letters?
I don't have access to them now, but we were told that the Prime Minister office has verified the legitimacy of the transactions.
Ms. Lim, forensic tracing shows that the funds came directly from 1MDB's bond proceeds, raised through Goldman Sachs. Later part of it was used to purchase luxury assets, including real estate in New York and artworks. Are you saying you were unaware?
I follow instructions. Many of us did not question what came from the top.
So you are admitting that the senior management directed the transfers without proper due diligence?
Yes, it was above my authority.
This concludes our interview. The 1MDB case has demonstrated how weak internal controls, lack of transparency, and management override can enable large-scale fraud. Between 2009 and 2014, over $4.5 US was diverted from 1MDB into shell companies linked to a certain entity and its associates. These funds were used to buy luxury assets, finance Hollywood films, and pay bribes. Forensic accountants and auditors play a crucial role in detecting such fraud through skeptical inquiry, evidence collection, and ethical decision making. This simulation reflects how investigators use forensic questioning to uncover inconsistencies and build a case based on evidence. We hope this reminds the future accountants and auditors that ethics, transparency and integrity are the strongest defenses against these frauds.